Hello, my dear friends. How are you all? Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and the messenger is here. Hope you're all doing well, and it is a Tuesday. Yesterday we did an astro update, which is an astro today line of readings that we've been doing for quite some time, for a few years. Hope that you all got to view it so that you can understand how the energies are playing out through the astrology. Also, I have announced that I am putting a 20% off discount for a tarot reading if you're interested on a half hour or a full hour tarot reading with me. That's for the summer solstice. Summer is just around the corner in the northern hemisphere, and winter in the southern hemisphere. So this is until I get booked out, or I don't know when it's going to stop. So first in, first served. Always remember that. The quicker you get in, the quicker you get your reading. Anyway, my darlings, hope you're all doing okay. This is the second and third time I am mentioning that. It's been really tough. It's been really tough. Let's see what the messenger brings us today. Let's take a card. What is the Karma Dharma today? I know shuffling these cards make a funny noise. So let's see what the messenger is bringing us today. What is it that we need to know? And the moon is almost done through Aries and will come in the next few hours. Will enter Taurus where it loves to be, but the moon, she will square over to Pluto and to Lilith, to Black Moon Lilith. So there's a difficult still energy. It's not something that lasts. If Greek time, it's going to be late in the evening. So in the US, where most of you are that are following me, should be during the day. So just emotional hardships and injustices. But whatever's happening is for a certain reason. Remember, Pluto is all about riches, emotional, financial riches, secrecy. Black Moon Lilith is, she's the dark moon deity, and she's all about injustices. She demands respect. Okay, so we've got respect opposite riches. So self-worth issues could be coming up. Anything to do with money, power struggles, money struggles, and all these things. This too shall pass. It passes quickly. And then the moon will come onto the north node and Jupiter. So it's only a small moment when we will feel this sort of peak of energy, harsh energies, harsh emotional, security related and self-worth related feelings or emotions. And we could also be seeing things that were hidden. Okay, we've got the Hangman today, Pisces, which is all about karma. It is about an ending. The Hanging Man, speaking to Pisces, is all about unconditional love or illusion. We're needing to change our perspective, maybe look at things from, a different point of view. Trust your intuition. Remember that Saturn is transiting through Pisces, and so is Neptune. Saturn will give us the truth at some point, and Saturn asks for possibly more work, or remember, Saturn is the lord of timing and karma. And Pisces can also be very magical as well, in the divine. So look out for signs and synchronicities. We know the Hanging Man is a very uncomfortable position to be in. We're needing to surrender, dear friends. Surrender and see what Spirit brings us. Okay. And remember that the moon in Taurus on the North Node, that's the collective future consciousness. Now, we're coming up to a very difficult month. July is not going to be an easy month. It's going to be very, very eventful, if I could use that term. So, but things that need to change, people need to be put in their places where they belong. We're all getting out of our comfort zone, but remember that the North Node is a Jupiterian energy. So there are blessings which Jupiter from Taurus is wanting to bring us, and wonderful turns of events and surprises in the area of Taurus in your chart. Where is that for you? Which house? Let's see what the message is today. Wow, cornucopia. And I don't know if I got a peek of this before. It was underneath, it was at the bottom, but I didn't want to look. So maybe you could see it on your monitor. Cornucopia is abundance. It is, and it's a number 11. And today is the 13th, and it's a Tuesday. Tuesday the 13th in Greece is supposedly like Friday the 13th all over the world, but for me it's a lucky Tuesday today, Tuesday the 13th, and 13 we know is Scorpio energy. It is a death and a metamorphosis, possibly. Cornucopia speaks to much manifestation and abundance. Number 11, it's like a portal opens, a portal opening. 11 is also justice. It's dharma, it's good karma, right? And remember that the divine has got our backs here. Whatever you've sacrificed will be returned to you. Pisces is also what we vision when we work hard towards it. We can create this. That's what Saturn and Neptune in Pisces will give us the opportunity to do in the next couple of years, my dear friends. So Saturn does ask for work. Keep working at what it is that you're hoping to manifest. Is it a job? Is it you're wanting to purchase a home? I know purchasing a home these days is practically out of the question, but don't lose the faith. There are many people are downsizing. Sometimes even downsizing could be a good option, where it's just too hard to handle. We know interest rates have gone over the roof. So if there's something that you cannot hold on to, release it and release it to spirit. Okay, abundance does not only speak to materialism, it can speak to being happy, feeling abundant within. And I feel that that's the most important thing. We don't take anything with us, do we? Let's see what's going on. Money is not the most important thing in life. Too much of it is unhealthy, and not enough of it, or a lack of finances and being able to have the necessities to survive is not good. So I'm a Virgo. Medium is good. Extremes are positive and negative. I prefer, the scales, Libra, Virgo, doing with less, but being happy, living your life. So sometimes we just aim too high. They do say aim high, but you have to also use a little bit of logic and trust your intuition. Okay, as I said, we're not going to take anything with us other than the experiences of being around people that we love, doing things for ourselves that make us happy, emotionally, psychologically. Remember, a healthy mind leads to a healthy body, and the other way around. Doing things that are necessary for us. Now, this is sacrifice. If you've sacrificed too much, it's time to take a step back. Where you've given too much and it has not been reciprocated, give the other person, give the other situation, give it some time. See if it is returned to you. If not, you're barking up the wrong tree. Okay? Let's see what the messenger brings today. We've got Leo and strength, confidence, leadership, trust. Now, Venus and Mars, they're both in Leo. But remember, the area of Leo is being challenged by Pluto, which has a couple of days ago went back into Capricorn. It's still in opposition. and Taurus. So it's the fixed energies in our charts, energetically speaking, which are sort of in a tug of war. And Leo is all about creation, creating that new situation. I mean, Venus has just entered a few days ago, entered Leo. Mars is there as well. Mars is the will, our drive, our ability to have or put in the work, to have the belief that if there is something that you are chasing or striving for, if your heart is not in it, then it's a lost cause. If your heart is in it and you're willing to do the work, and you're coming from a place of love and compassion, right? Because we've got the yin and the yang there in Leo. It's all about working together with the yin and the yang. Too much yin, no good. Too much yang, no good, right? Too much masculine energy is no good. We need to have a healthy balance. And you need to believe in your higher abilities as well, that you can manifest and create and birth something, whether it's a love relationship, a work relationship. You may be creating your own project, something, that you're working on your own, whatever that is. It's a time of play as well. Leo is all about play. Now, it's also a time of extravagance and expensive things. Be careful not to overdo it. Do not overdo, big expensive things. They will bring you to a position of financial hardship. Just be careful. Be careful, because Leo squares over to Taurus, which is our money. Sometimes, when Venus and Jupiter are in a square, which they are, this could speak to overspending or, just over-exaggeration. Also, where love and what we love or who we love is concerned. So, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, we are looking for or looking at what we've been invested in. We know that this tree, because the tree can speak to a past connection, but it can also speak to a family situation, one's security, right? Also one's health, as I was talking about health. You've been invested in something and you've been very patient. Now, Leo is a fire sign, has trouble with patience and wants, quick action. And there can also be a sense of insisting on something, maybe insisting on something that, pushing towards it. Sometimes when we push too hard, we're pushing something away. So the advice is, whatever you've been hoping to create, with the Hanging Man, it says release, give it time, give the other person time. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles could also be a 7-year, 7-month situation of investment, whether it's emotional, physical, tangible, anything like that. So this says, give it time. We've got justice here. You will come into peace and balance, right? We've got Leo, Capricorn for me, even though, the Seven of Pentacles, it could be just any earth sign, but this tree is growing, it's flourishing, the roots go very deep. So we're more inclined towards continuing to invest here. But Spirit is saying sort of release it a little bit, give Spirit a moment to bring you the justice, to bring you into balance, right? This is a very karmic card. Justice is Libra. There will be reciprocity. There will be fairness and equality and a payback. It could be a karmic justice. It could be a literal payback, receiving monies that are due to you. I mean, we've got cornucopia here, which does speak to potential abundance. And we've got 11 twice here. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, so this could be situated around work, Virgo energy. Now, this could also be saying keep putting in the effort, even though you may not have seen, because we go from the 7 to the 8, you may not have seen the return or the prospects yet. We do see the prospects usually in the Nine of Pentacles, where we see the abundance and that, you know, the divine feminine in the Nine of Pentacles. She's very independent. She's in the Garden of Eden. She's in the Garden of Cornucopia. The abundance is all around her. And maybe we're not seeing that we are actually abundant. We're looking at the higher up, you know, hoping for more things. And, you know, that's a big mistake that we do. We're never happy where we are personally. We're never humble and serene and peaceful to say that, yes, we are very fortunate, much more fortunate than some other people. Knight of Swords, lots of quick communication, possible legalities playing out. It could be situated around work, or someone is ready to put in the effort now to communicate and bring justice to you. And we do have some air here as well, so Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. And happy birthday, dear Gemini, as you're still celebrating your birthday. I love the fact that Mercury is now in Gemini. Yes, things are starting to change. There is potential for new contracts, new collaborations, new contracts. They could be work, they could be long-term relationships as well. If there is a healthy foundation to what it is you're hoping to manifest, but there will be a lot of talk around it and possible collaboration. So giving and receiving, going back and forth, emails, messages, phone calls, lots of business, and it could be also around business, collaborating with a small group of people. For some of you, it could be around your environment, your area, close to your home. It could be connected to siblings, extended family, your family, property, anything like that is playing out now. And please watch yesterday's Astro Update, because I do go into a lot of information about what's going on with the planets, and we've got a couple of retrogrades more coming in this month. And if you're not on Patreon, do join us there, as we've spoken more intensely, more concerning the finer details of the astrology of June. Okay, so Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. It's like he's racing to catch up to, I don't know, to make a deadline. What I always notice in the Light Seers Tarot is the bow and arrow that he holds on his back. Now, if this is Aquarius or Sagittarius, it's all about freedom. It's all about communication and concerning a sense of freedom where there's been injustices, hang-ups, blockages, and things such as these. Now, it could be around communication, could be around truths. Let's see what the possible outcome is. And we've got the Ten of Cups, so we finish off with the Ten of Cups, which could be an ending to a cycle and the beginning to a new. The Ten of Cups is usually a happy family, that picket fence, the children are playing. There's so much bliss here. But remember, tens for me always do speak to new beginnings, because it's the Nine of Cups, you know, where the cycle ends and the 10 is like a restart. It turns into an ace. If we drop the 0 from the 10, it is an ace. And that can speak to self-love as well. Everything begins through self-love. If we do not love our own self and everything about ourselves, and we're not whole within ourselves, we cannot be happy and whole with another whole partner. Always remember that. So things connected to family will be coming up. Possibility for bliss and happiness. But we've got justice and a sense of freedom necessary here. Okay? So What we don't have here in the cards, well, we don't have any wands, but we've got the Leo energy. So we've got earth, we've got fire, we've got air, and we've got earth. So a good balance of all. What's at the bottom here? And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is, you know, a sharp mind, which is intelligence, which is an opportunity to, maybe some of you are going through some sort of a nemesis or a breakup or an ending. Remember, the Ace of Swords is a card of victory. It's sort of, the Ace of Swords, I see it as cutting through the crap, but also cutting through, because it usually shows, it shows a crown, right? So the sword pierces through the crown. So this is overcoming any vanity or ego and being more humbled, and also finding a resolution to something connected to communication, news, anything legal as well, because it is the Ace of Swords, and it is a potential here. It is logically the victory card, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles, another family card. 7, 8, and we go from the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles. I see support here. I do see support. I see abundance, cornucopia, many, many possibilities here. This is support from family, support from your tribe. This is money coming through, feeling very worthy. And of course, it can speak to a marriage. Now, it is a major accomplishment, but again, it is a new beginning, right? It's the Ace of Pentacles, which is something that you could take. It's a possibility. It is coming to you from spirit, where you could take something and make it grow using your intelligence, standing in your truth, being in integrity. There's going to be second chances. There's a moment of crisis. Here is Pluto. Here is Pluto, which means riches, which means things that have been hidden. There's a possibility for a resurrection and a new beginning here. But there's a moment of crisis where something has ended, surely. And this is also help coming through from Spirit and Archangel Michael, right? And we've got the Knight of Wands. Again, a card of freedom, travel, chasing one's desires. Sagittarius could speak to foreigners, could speak to being driven, right? Being very driven, chasing some sort of a desire of yours. The Knight of Wands could also speak to foreign travel, foreigners, but also having the wisdom, having, you know, standing in your own truth and racing towards what you feel called to, right? It could be anything that you are creating. Now, we know the Knight of Wands could also be someone that's not ready to settle, someone that travels a lot. Who knows? Who knows? But nevertheless, it is Sagittarian energy, which Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, and in Taurus, we know that Taurus is fixed earth, and it's all about looking at our values, right? So it's sort of we need to be grounded, and also I feel that there will be opportunities, many opportunities to make magic here. Something is turning suddenly, unexpectedly. Jupiter is coming up to Uranus in Taurus. So sudden turns of events that maybe you thought you could not manifest or get to. And this could be sudden revelations and a sudden sense of feeling free. Free to roam, free to travel, free to think, to think for yourself and stand in your own truth. There is the clover, and the clover is a window of opportunity, right? This is Jupiter and Sagittarius. It's a card of luck and opportunities. It's a card of happiness. Let's see. We've got the moon, and the moon, I don't know, this could be an opportunity that comes during the night, or we're having a a new moon in Gemini, dear friends, on the 18th, which is not very far off. So this may be playing around the 18th of the month. And the moon can also speak to needing to overcome any fears. The moon can speak to a deep, possibly also hidden connection, secretive connection. For some, it could be a love affair. The moon can also speak to our security, our emotional security, anything connected to our mothers, to mothering, to securities, to your country, to your home, and anything connected to the past relationships. We've got news, we've got the birds that come in. Now they could speak to stress, but they can also speak to excitement. Okay, and it is a 12, just like the Hanging Man. This is like you've been waiting on an opportunity. There can be excitement here, but there can also be an opportunity that comes through communication. It could be in the nighttime, or an opportunity to see something that you could not see, something that you were not meant to know, maybe could be coming through as well. And it can relate to a home again. We see the nest, and the moon does stand for a home, right? And even the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles speak to family. So I don't know how it will speak personally to you, but something is ending here. We do have the Coffin, which is South Node in Scorpio, right? Some sort of an end, and after an end comes a new beginning, obviously, right? Also, lots of news, communications, maybe to do with secret communications, because this is Scorpio energy, that will bring an ending and a metamorphosis. Remember, we had the Judgment card there. So news, finding out about some sort of a loss or an ending, could be connected to another person. I get here that there's, because the South Node is in Scorpio, I get that something will be hard to hear. These could be communications about someone having gone through some sort of a loss. It can be a metaphorical or a literal loss, which changes things karmically. Or this can speak to someone having made space in their life and now ready to open up for a new cycle. It's like the blockages from something that was taking up space in someone's room is now going to release and open up this new cycle. Lots of messages. This is Gemini. This is Mercury in Gemini, which we have right now. And there is also the ship, which is a card of luck again. And the ship does speak to a farewell or a departure, an adventure opening up, something to do with travel as well, or foreigners. All right, let's read. I want to read the cornucopia for you, number 11. And it was in the upright. So, you know, cornucopia comes after the storm warning, which for me, it says that we've been going through this storm warning, through some sort of a storm, and we see like a rainbow coming through. We see the rainbow here nevertheless, and this comes after the rain, after the storm. Today I was actually saying here in Greece we had some clouds and we had some rain, and I'm thinking, okay, there's a rainbow somewhere. So just like the weather, that's how our lives are. Now the weather could be the physical weather, and it can also be the astrological weather. They're all reflections, and you know, our natural lives bounce off the weather. We feel we're affected by the weather. We're affected by the astrological energies and weather. And I just wanted to mention there's a big cyclone happening in India. I'm just sending our prayers. Let's send our prayers out to those there in India. We're seeing a lot of freak weather conditions and natural disasters. And even those huge bushfires in Canada, sending our love out to Canada. My God, and that's Uranus in Taurus, everyone. Something huge will be happening around July. Tune in with us on Patreon. We'll be talking a lot about that. July will be a very powerful, huge month. Let's read Cornucopia, and it speaks to wishes fulfilled. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you, and you may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all of your effort. And that we see the seeds right here. Okay? We see them here. That is gorgeous. That is a beautiful message. Let's just take 3 Sibilas. I want to have a look at the 10 of Cups. Let's just give you a little bit more clarity. Let's get a little bit more clarity on what this means for us. Remember, this is a general reading, though. We are reading for many, so we're just reading the energies. This may not resonate for all of you. And we are all on different timelines. So Pluto is playing out a lot in today's reading. I'm so happy to see that we've got Justice there. Number 11. So 11 twice is the 1111 portal. Let's see. We've got Consolante Sorpresa, success and a sudden turn of luck, abundance. This can speak to money or just communication. Whatever it is that Uranus from Taurus could bring us, you know. And Uranus in Taurus isn't a Venus-ruled sign. So unexpected money, happiness, success, recognition. Falsita, something too good to be true. And that's what I feel that's what the energies of the new moon in Gemini will be. So this could be playing out in the next few days. There's disbelief here because this card is called Falsita. And I'm going to say, because it's the 4 of Pentacles, which is the miser card. If you are in the energy of miser, and this will never happen, I could never be so lucky, there's no way this is going to happen, then you are stunting and you are blocking your luck. Do not do that. So something too good to be true. It's not too good to be true, my friends. It is true. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Round Table. And we've got a card of luck. We've got the Peacock. And the Peacock is magic. It really, really is. Here it is, the Ace of Cups, and it's pleasant conversations around a table. It doesn't have to be with many people. It could be with family. It could be with a loved one. But remember what I said about the 10 of Cups. It is the Ace, actually. And so in actual fact, we could say we've got 3 aces up our sleeve here. We've got Ace of Swords. We've got the Ace of Pentacles here. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Wow. So this is a beautiful conversation, a meeting, a get-together. It could be with family, it could be with co-workers. It could be a very constructive and very positive new beginning with lots of potentials, because it is the Ace of Cups. Now here is the Two of Wands. It's like a decision, remember, or a portal opening. The card of Superbia is here, and the Peacock speaks to luck. It speaks to spirituality. It speaks to, they said that the ancients used to say that the the feathers of the peacock are like stars. So it's like, being starry-eyed, not believing that something so wonderful could actually play out. Now, this is also a card of spirituality. It's a card of luck. There's just so much good. It speaks to health. It speaks to everything beautiful. But it could also speak to a little bit of ego and vanity. So always be happy and humble with what you've got. Vanity is a very negative, egotistical emotion, which will not work to your advantage. So remember that, please, friends. Beneath that, the gran consolazione, everything that you've dreamed of or hoped of possibly can manifest now. Something you've been dreaming of. Now, that could be, of course, Neptune in Pisces. Saturn says in Pisces, yes, the possibility is there, but you need to keep on working, believing, and start to build on that, because it's the Seven of Wands. You're going to be called to action, right? We've got lots of fire here. Even though you feel as though you want to give up, right? 7 and 2 of Wands, that's 9 Wands. Even though you've been through a lot and you're feeling as though you cannot handle any more, you're close to the end of the hardships, dear friends. It's like that last push before the birthing. So give yourself some space, give yourself some room, because something is about to be birthed. One last push is necessary. And those of you that are literally giving birth, I'm wishing you well. Whatever, my dear friends, whatever you are creating and bringing to the world. Lots of potential here, dear friends. So I think I will leave it there. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting always. I do have work to do, so I've got to run off. Don't forget the 20% off tarot readings, either half hour or 1 hour. The links are beneath this video. It will take you straight there. And then don't forget to send me out an email with what it is, what's your dilemma. And there are a lot of dilemmas these days with the energies that are playing out. Lots of difficulties in making decisions. Sometimes even spirit pushes us towards certain situations. Heed that push. If you're being pushed in a certain direction by spirit, and that's through challenges, understand that you're being pushed towards that path for a certain reason. It's for your highest good. Always remember that. I would love to hear about your abundance and your cornucopia. Wishing you all well. Thank you so much, dear friends. Love and light.